What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Driver's Apex. My name is Thomas Donahue, and in today's video, well, I've never done this, so we're going to do it together, and we're going to replace some seat bushings in a Z3. So how did this customer know that they needed their bushings replaced? Well, the seat kept moving back and forth on the passenger side, so they replaced the rail. That didn't solve it. So they bought a used rail. That didn't solve it. So they contacted me. I told them to look at their bushings. The bushings probably have failed. That's what they did. They ordered this kit. It's got 8 bushings, 4 for each side. I'm going to start on the passenger side. I think that's the only side they want done today. But today's going to be a how-to. Never done this before, so we're going to do it together. So let's do it. So I know the first thing we need to do, disconnect the negative cable. But before you disconnect the negative cable, all the instructions say to move the seat to its furthest position back. There's a bolt there, a bolt there, a bolt there. I can't find the 4th there, if there is a 4th, or if it's mounted with just 3. I'm going to double check and I will let you guys know. So what I'll do is search for that, get that disconnected, and then we'll put this on a tripod and we'll start getting some work done. All right, guys, so we're doing this together. So what I need to do first is we don't want to disconnect the battery yet because we need to get these loosened. So these are 13s. It shouldn't be that tight. I should be able to do it one-handed while talking to everyone. So we're gonna move these two, and then after that, then we'll move the seat forward, and hopefully we can get this all taken care of. So yeah, so next we should remove, yep. Oh. Okay, so then we'll have to tilt the seat there. So let's go ahead and loosen these up while we're at it. Loosen these up, up. Usually there's a washer under there, but I don't see a washer. Okay. So you can see the bolt now exposed right there. Now, what we're gonna do is we need to remove the seat belt from there, and then we're gonna disconnect the battery after we remove these bolts down here. I'm not gonna show how to remove those, but we're gonna remove them real quick. As I need to remove, or at least loosen up the seat belt bolt here. I thought it was a 16. Yep, it's a 16. So let's loosen this up. Actually, I should just use the open-ended side. So I've got to loosen this up, and then because I know, right?
Can I get a view in there of what you're doing real quick?
Yeah. I'm just trying to be careful not to scratch.
And the bolt is
16 mil.
Uh-huh.
I've already removed all 4
and it's
bolts.
right there. I see.
Yeah, so you move the seat forward. Well, you can move it all the way to remove the front 2, push it all the way forward and up to remove the last 2. We're gonna loosen the seat belt. Then we're gonna tilt the seat forward, and then we can disconnect everything. But I think what I want to do is, because the seat needs to be in its furthest position back when we're doing this repair, and I can't do that yet until the seat's all the way back. But I can't reach this if it's all the way back. Imagine we can tilt forward, possibly. Yeah, you can kind of just lift it up a little bit. All right, cool. So let's do the seat belt, or the seat should go back, if I understand correctly, in its furthest position. All right, cool. So let's disconnect the batteries. So we're just gonna disconnect the negative battery, because we don't need airbag issues. Okay.
Oh, wow.
This is loosened. Now we can disconnect these connectors under here.
Oh, wow, it's getting all loose.
Yeah, it is.
No way. You
It's
got?
not, it's not fun when your back hurts.
No. Can I do it?
No, you're fine. So this one has to come out.
So I'll get a closer look here.
Yeah, so this one's disconnected. So this one was disconnected from the front. So I tilted this, I put this down so I could tilt the seat this way so we could take a look at everything. This just pulls down, and then this comes out.
Oh, wow.
So the seat now should be able to come out. That's my understanding. Doesn't look like anything else is attached. All right, cool.
So how many connectors in total would?
2 connectors.
2. Oh, okay.
Yep, this white one here, which was not attached properly. Like, I'll find out where it goes, but it wasn't attached. But I like to make sure things go back the way it should go. And then I thought I read somewhere there was a pyrotechnic fuse.
What?
We'll take a look. But let's lay out a sheet real quick. It's actually not that bad.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You would think it would be heavier.
Yeah, it looks really heavy.
I mean, it's got some weight to it, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
It's even heavier when your back hurts. Okay. So now we can tilt this on its side.
How cool.
All right, so the owner had just stopped by because he thought he had the radio code, and I'm actually glad he stopped by because I showed him this. There should be a connector in here for the seatbelt piece to lock it up, and it is missing, so I'm actually glad he saw that. So the instructions say this is a T45. It is not a T45, rather it is a T50, and of course this is a T25. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to loosen that, those two, and that. So I'll be back. All right, so this should be the adjuster bolt. These 2 are removed. This should slide out per the instructions. Once you will have to move the seat rail back a little in order to fit the adjustment rod out. Okay, cool. So it should be like that. Yum. Ooh. That's dirty. That's yuck. Looks a lot better. So now you can put in these bushings. Let's see here. Kind of figuring this out together with all of you. These bushings should just drop in place. I don't know if some of these burrs are going to cause a problem, I think. Okay, so I see what's up. So yeah, they're a tight fit, and they're supposed to be a tight fit, so that's what we want, because we don't want the seat moving around on us. So what I'll probably do is just lightly tap that in, because what we want to make sure is that the holes line up pretty close. There we go. That should be good now. So now we should be able to thread this back in. So now all we need to do is thread this back into place, and it just needs to be lined back up in the way that it was before. So what I'm going to do is look at the phone and just match this up, but roughly this is where we're at. All right guys, so here's where I made a mistake, right? So I counted in here because I've never done this before, but the thread should be here that we count. So this one, if we look back at the video, someone had already done this before. Someone replaced this seat rail. It was here. Technically, we should count 2, 3 to 4 threads. So somewhere in this here. So this is what we're going to do, is we're going to preset both sides to the same exact number of threads. That way there's no binding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the other rail and we'll put both of these in at the same amount. So I've pulled the second side, and as you can see right there, let me zoom in. And this was done recently because the customer had the rail replaced. Someone did not put this back to factory for some reason. So it looks to me as if there's one thread possibly there, but we can also see that the bushings are bad. This is something that the person who was working on the seat should advise the customer about. That's where all the rocking's coming from. So what I'll do is I'll clean this just like I did the other side. We'll match both sides and then we'll reinstall. So These have to be in the same orientation, which means as long as these are close, that's probably all that matters. So this one says left or L. I removed it from this one. This one came from this one. So I counted it the best that I could here, and it looks like there's 3 to 4-ish range. But if we look at the total length here, these are pretty close. If I try to extend this one anymore, it's too long, or if I try to shorten it, it's too short. So what I did was I got them as close as possible. So to me, it looks like this one's 4 and this one's like 3.5. Now Pelican says they should be identical, but in this case, they can't be. Well, actually, they can be, because these can be. Can these be adjusted? No. Okay. So those can't be adjusted. So yeah. So what I did was I just measured them and got them as close as possible. We'll put some grease on them. Put some grease in here, because I don't want any binding of the seats. So this is just Rotella heavy duty grease. Yeah, because it's got to go like this, and then it'll find its groove, and then it can slide back, and then this. This looks like it will meet here. So in the instructions, if you look online, like Pelican and these other places, it doesn't really talk about some of these things. See this square? That square, yep, the square from this threaded rod has to go into the square of this piece here. So I guess this is what moves the seat back and forth. So here's what I've learned, right? So we need to match this square. So that square is pretty straight on. So it's gonna be like that. See, what you may have to do is just turn this piece and try to adjust this, because this won't affect that. So once we think we've got it somewhat close, let's put it back in place. And then let's try to match it up. Really tricky with the camera, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, I just push that in. There we go. And then, let's see here. There we go. See, now it's pushed in. So what you do is, see right here? Can you see the threaded piece here? I just push that in until it pops into place. Let me see if I can show it right here. I don't know if I see. Yeah, it's this piece here, right? So that's what pushes into it. You just have to push a little bit to make it work. Let's get this sucker back in. Because without it, I could. Let's do this. Yellow connector. Whew. Okay. Okay, so that didn't need to be disconnected. That's right. Remember, it's the seat belt. Getting the seat belt mounted. So we don't want to forget about that right now. I need a tool. It's just getting too tight. And this has to be up like that. It's got like a little slot that it goes into. First, is I want to make sure the seat moves as it should. So we'll tighten that up in a second. Let's reattach the battery. So this job is done. It actually really wasn't that hard. I'd say an hour total, not an hour on each side. I think Pelican said 4 hours, so it's probably 2 hours per side. I think that's bananas. I hope you guys understand how to do everything, not too difficult. The most important part is that little flappy piece from the motor that connects to the rail, making sure those two squares match up. So you've got to look through that little square, the guide hole, push, put it in, then you're good to go. So let me show you, everything does work. So everything's back, we're all good there. And I am confident this seat is no longer gonna move. So I think that's a big win. Everything here is tightened up. Got the battery all taken care of, seat is clean. So I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions, drop those comments in the comment section. I'm sure probably some of you will have some comments and questions. I certainly had some. There was stuff in the Pelican tutorial that was not quite 100%, but that's okay. And if you guys haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And